What's up YouTube fam? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. It really helps me grow and help YouTube know the algorithm. But today we got a video on how to do a blowout taper fade, so stay tuned. Alright, so like always, we start off with combing the hair in the direction that it's going to lay in. And once we got that, we start off with our number 3 guard, and we're going off of his head and cleaning around the whole head with the 3 guard. So this is going to be our base. We're going to be tapering into the 3 guard. Alright, now we're going to open up the blade all the way open. So now we have a 3 guard open, so 3.5, and we're flicking off his parietal ridge so that later when we come to do our shear work, we can blend right into that. Next, we're going to go ahead and edge up the C-cup area just so we can see how dark we're going to keep his edges because we're doing more of a blowout. Go ahead and sketch out your bald line, which we're doing about a half moon shape. Use our shaver, get it pretty nice and bald. After that, our first guideline is going to follow that same shape. So we have no guard on there, blade open, creating that first guideline. Alright, and we're going to do this with each guideline keeping that same shape. Now we have our 1 guard completely open, creating another guideline right above that, using the corner of our blades to create our guidelines. Okay, we're not using the full blade because we don't want to cut any hair that we don't need to. Now I have our 2 guard, and we're blending into that 3 guard that we did previously. Alright, now after this we're going to go ahead and work our way back down. Next guard will be the 1 guard closed, and now we're using the I did the 1 guard closed after I did the 1 open. So now we have our 0 guard open to close, and then we're going to be left with 1 guideline, which is that bald guideline, and we're going to take that off with no guard on there and work it from the lever open to halfway to close. And if you guys are wondering, I am using my Wahl 100 anniversary clippers, but with the Philthy Mod blade on there, so I could use the master blade on there. If you guys are interested, I'll leave his link down below. I'm not sponsored or anything by him. I just really mess with that clipper, so I'm going to leave that down below. And then we just did some shear over comb to really blend everything together. This side is going to be the same thing, so just go ahead and follow through. Also, let me know if you guys kind of like this style of video where it's more of like a quick time lapse and I kind of just quickly voice over what I'm doing. It's a little bit faster, so it gets through the video a lot quicker. So you know, you're not watching a 20-minute video on how to do a tutorial or anything like that. This is a little bit shorter, gets to the point. So if you guys do like this, make sure to comment down below or like the video, just so I know this is kind of something more you guys like. So now moving on to the back taper, it's gonna be the same step. Put that ball guideline. We went a little bit lower just because of his occipital bone in the back. I don't want to go into that because then it kind of messes with the back taper. So you know, go ahead and put that ball guideline in, and then we went with no guard on there. Create our first guideline like usual. Since the back of his since I wanted to keep this nice and condensed, I went ahead and blended out that first line first. That first guideline first. So we went, I guess, do clipper all the way closed, halfway open, and then all the way open, and then just keep lever playing until that's completely blended out. Just so we don't go too high, we went ahead to the 2 guard, created that next guideline, made sure that I'm not going too high, so I know I'm blending into a 2 guard now and not the 3. And then 1 guard, same thing, flicking out. It's kind of like a C motion, but you're keeping the blade on his head and following the head shape. You're not digging in, you're keeping that same consistent motion, all right? And then you're gonna go ahead and close it, follow that same motion, and then go to the next guard, which is the 0 guard on the Andis double magnetic guard, and then close it all the way, and then that should bring everything together. And usually once I blend this out, I like to just go ahead and, since it's not fully blended, I mean it's pretty much all blended out, but I'll go ahead and edge up the neck area just so I can really see the dark spots. Same thing on the other side, blend that out for the most part where it's 90% done. Edge them up, get that nice and sharp. And if you guys want, this is my absolute hitter. These are the best trimmers ever, and they are the Gamma hitters with the modified P3 blade on there. And then just do your final details. Make sure to shaver everything on the back so it's nice and bald. And then, you know, do your little detail work with the scissor of a comb. This is what really brings everything together and gets that nice flawless taper. Look at that. Looking good, man. And now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the top of the hair. So we're gonna go ahead and saturate the hair like usual. And this is pretty basic. He just wanted about a 1/2 inch trim. So pretty simple. After we saturate the hair, we're just gonna pull the front up, cut about a 1/2 inch, and just follow that same traveling guideline all the way back. And once we do that down the middle, we'll move on to the left side, move on to the right side, and then cross check everything. So this is what I was talking about when we're going to connect the long hair on the top to the 3 guard open on the side. We're just keeping our hands square to his head and just connecting whatever is long and hanging over. Right here, we're just gonna go ahead and do vertical sections now, just cross-checking everything, pulling the hair up, and just seeing, you know, what's long, what's short. You can see some hairs are uneven, so we're gonna go ahead and just connect all that. If there's no hair that's uneven, you just go ahead and skip that. You go throughout the whole head, make sure everything's nice and even, and that'll be it for the top. Now we're just gonna go ahead and blow dry the hair, nice and dry. He does usually like a kind of up faux hawk look in the front, so we're just gonna blow dry it, nice and dry, so everything's ready for styling. But before we go ahead and style, we're gonna move on to his lineup. I really like to use these grippers to keep the hair out of the way, comb over, you know, the baby hairs that are gonna be lined up. If you have to, debulk the front hairline so it's a lot easier on your trimmers and you get a sharper line. After that, go ahead and spray a little bit of hairspray, blow dry it, get it nice and dry so it's ready for the lineup. Now you're prepared and you're gonna get a more sharper line. I like to start from the middle and then move on to one side, usually the weaker side, so I'm moving on to his left side, getting that nice and sharp, going over multiple times, combing the hair down as I need, and then tap. Don't push too much, you know, just tap it, comb the hair off, see if you got a line, tap it again. Don't go directly to pushing them back when you don't need to, okay? A lot of these hairs are overhang hairs, so that's why those hairs that I'm cutting, I'm pushing up a little bit, because those are overhang hairs. They're like bangs. So I'm not going into his actual hairline. I'm just cutting the hairs that are hanging over. Right here, you see I do a little bit more clipper over comb, so it's nice and debulked in the front. So it's easier and it gets you a lot sharper of a line than cutting through longer hair. And this is what you do. You go over multiple times. I go over the hairline 2-3 times until I get it nice and crispy. And then now we move on to the razor. Razor everything down to the line. Make sure when they're in this position, I go ahead and tilt his head to the side, and then I'll hit that back neckline where the taper is at on both sides, get all nice and crispy, and then we're going to move on to enhancing him. So if you are new to the channel, I do use Tune 45 air compressor with their dye. You get off there at tune45.com. and just go ahead and enhance everything that you just created just to take that haircut to the next level and get a picture perfect, so that when your client's leaving, he's feeling his best and he's looking his best. All right, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Really appreciate it. We just hit 25k subscribers, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway, so make sure to look out for that video. Just throwing some products in there. I believe this is my clay product that I threw in there. Throw a little bit of hairspray to lock everything in. That's pretty much going to be it. We're going to style it up, get it all nice and in the position that he wants it and where the client desires, and that's about it. Make sure, you know, look in front of him, see what hairs are sticking off. This is the little details that set you apart than other barbers. All right, those hangovers on his lineup, just to make his lineup look extra crispy. But YouTube, this is how my client came in. You know, nothing too crazy, but he was needing a blessing, and this is how my client walked out of the chair. Bam! Look at that blowout taper fade, looking extremely clean. Back taper's clean. Everything suits him nice. Lineup's looking on point. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below if you like this type of style, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Right? I'm out.